Hello, Bing Bulldogs. Welcome to the Daily Show for Friday, February 26, 2021. February is Black History Month. In celebration of Black History Month, here's today's person of the day. Following their mini biography, I will ask a question. Email your teacher with the answer to the question before the end of the day. Remember, you may need to go back to the text to find the answer. Teachers, please email me the names of the students with the correct answer. They will earn 1 PBIS Be an Active Participant point. Here's today's biography. Benjamin Banneker, scientist and astronomer. Benjamin Banneker was born in 1731. Although Benjamin had very little formal schooling, he borrowed all the books he could to keep learning. He became known around town for his ability to fix machines and work out difficult math problems. When he was just 22 years old, he built the first wooden clock of its type in what would become the United States. He also taught himself astronomy and was even able to predict eclipses. Benjamin Banneker was also an abolitionist who corresponded with Thomas Jefferson and urged him to end slavery. Stay tuned for a brief video about Mr. Banneker.
The color of the skin is in no way connected with strength of the mind or intellectual powers. Those are the words of Benjamin Banneker, and his entire life was proof of what he said. His math skills were so impressive that at age 22, he built a clock, carving all the gears himself out of wood. Banneker then went to work for a surveyor, laying out a 10-mile by 10-mile square of land. His job was to make the astronomical observations necessary to lay out that square of land perfectly. That square, by the way, became the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. Banneker used his tremendous scientific knowledge to publish an almanac so that everyone from farmers to sailors would know when the high tide would be, what time the sun was setting, the phases of the moon. He calculated all this and laid it out in an almanac. Banneker's accomplishments are celebrated in books with an honorary postage stamp. And across this country, there are schools, elementary schools, high schools, academies, charter schools named in his honor. As great of a mathematician and scientist as Banneker was, he wasn't all math and science. He wrote to Thomas Jefferson complaining how Jefferson was all for the rights and liberties of people, but at the same time owned slaves himself. Banneker wrote Jefferson that, quote, "You should, at the same time, be found guilty of that most criminal act which you professedly detested in others," end quote. In the end, we'll always remember Benjamin Banneker as a great mathematician and scientist.
Okay, here's today's question. What did Benjamin Banneker build when he was just 22 years old? Email the answer to your teacher. The weather. Today's temperature is expected to reach a sunny 77 degrees. E-learners, remember your grab-and-go meals can be picked up on Mondays and Wednesdays only. That's all for this week. Have a great weekend. How will you be a leader today?